Hi, this is Rick, Black Rifle from North Augusta, South Carolina. Coming to you again from the big sprawling metropolis of North Augusta. Anyway, as a nuisance wildlife control operator and 3 years experience killing wild feral hogs and coyotes with a .22 long rifle, the Ruger 10-22 and pistol. There's two ammo that I recommend. First is the Velociter, which is a 40 grain jacketed hollow point. Well, it's not jacketed, but it's a 40 grain hollow point. It's lead copper plated bullet. It leaves the muzzle at 1435 feet per second. And second is the Stinger, the CCI Stinger. It leaves the muzzle at 1640 feet per second. So my choice is the Stinger and the Velociter. The Velociter retains its weight. When it hits, it's a little heavier than the Stinger. One's 42 grain, and I think this is 32 grain. This is 32 grain at 1640 and 1435 for the 40 grain. So the 40 grain is a little heavier, retains its weight, mushrooms quite well. Is devastating on a hog out to 50 yards at night, fired from a Ruger 10-22 rifle. It's put everyone down. I've killed well over 200 hogs with the 22 and 57 coyotes with the 22, and the Velociter was the bullet I used. I've killed a couple with the Stinger, but it didn't do quite as well as this Velociter did. I put him down one shot, stop. But this is what I use the Stinger to dispatch animals in traps, because it's so fast, it penetrates, and it's explosive, and I don't have to worry about a bullet going and ricocheting and hitting something, or some animal, or some person, or a house, or, you know, it just goes into the ground harmlessly and explodes. Boom. You're not going to get a ricochet off of that at close range when I'm dispatching animals in traps. But the CCI line is my favorite. And like I said, I use them in both pistol and rifle. And it just works so well. So all this arguing over penetration, over penetration, all that's bullcrap. The Velociter works. People say it's not a, they say it's not an ethical kill, or, I mean, what's ethical about killing? You know, I mean, where do these people come from? They must come from another planet. Or it's not a clean kill. What's a clean kill? What's a dirty kill? It's a kill, regardless. It's humane. A humane kill. That's not humane. 22 is not humane. What do they know about it? They didn't never shoot nothing with it anyway. They don't know what they're talking about. They kill, and they kill clean. One shot, one kill. I don't use nothing else but the Velociter and the Stinger. So there you go. That's the ammo I use from a professional standpoint as a nuisance wildlife control operator in the state of South Carolina. So if it's in a trap, it's a coyote. He gets dispatched with a 22. Usually it's a 22 pistol. But I do on occasion tote my rifle when I check trap line. If it's a possum or a coyote or a raccoon, he gets dispatched with a pistol. You know, 99% of the time, unless I'm carrying the rifle with me. But overbait at night, 50 yards and up a tree stand 25 feet, with a Ruger 1022 equipped with night vision. It's a deadly combination with this velociter as far as hogs go. They're one shot stops, one shot to the head, 1/4 inch below the ear, and they hit the ground. They're dead right there. And usually the hogs that were in the feeder will return shortly after I fire and start feeding again with the dead hog laying there. And it enables me to do another shot. My job is eradication. So that's what I'm doing. I'm eradicating them. And you look up the word what eradication means. To do away with, to make no more. Okay? The 500 acres of property I'm on, I took 400 hogs off there in 1 year's time. So, there's 3 or 4 hogs left on the property, and I plan to eliminate them shortly. I really like to use the 22 and the 9mm particularly. Okay, on the 9mm, when I use my PC9 carbine, I like to use this active duty ammo on coyotes and hogs. It really works well. I have taken coyotes at 100 yards with this ammo. Okay, another ammo I like to use is the ARX Interceptor. It's a 65 grain bullet. It leaves the muzzle at about 1700 feet per second. This is devastating on coyotes. I hit a coyote in the shoulder, went through both shoulders, and the exit wound was the size of a golf ball. I'll include a picture of that. I have shot a pig in the head with this. It's a devastating wound. I mean, you can put 3 fingers into the wound. This ARX is a 65 grain bullet, and it causes a Venturi effect. It makes the stretch cavity permanent. It makes it big. But this ball ammo, this flat truncated ammo, when it hits the animal as it hits, it causes the bullet to yaw, to turn around, to spin, tumble in the flesh. Not tumble through the air, because it wouldn't be very accurate if it did that. But when it hits the flesh, when it hits, and it hits hard, this is some hot stuff. I really like this ammo, this active duty 119 grain full metal jacket flat point. Really works well. And the ARX bullet. And this is what I use for eradication, you know. I use a 9mm carbine. I use the Ruger 1022. I use a 22 pistol. I use a 9mm Springfield Armory pistol, XDM, and it's loaded with the ARX bullets. So those work well for me in this eradication business, doing this nuisance wildlife control operator job. So this is what works for me. I also use 5.56, 7.62 for long range shots, like protecting crops or sitting in a stand watching a crop, a field. Hogs come into the field and take them out. with night vision. This is Rick from North Augusta. I gotta go. That's the phone ringing. Catch you later. Bye-bye.